everybody, it is Carina. Sorry I haven't been off for like almost feels like a freaking year.
Forever.
Yep, I'm here with my bestie Whimsy, and we are going to try out the Halloween Chatterbox. So I hope you guys enjoy. I've set this up on a sandbox, somebody's sandbox right now because my cabin land is so laggy I can't get it to do much of anything. I might have to look for some private land again. I don't know when I can afford to. I hope you can see everything. I hope you guys have a great Halloween. I might be doing one or two more videos. Well, probably one more video before Halloween. Which I'm hoping to find maybe a haunted sim or a haunted house or something like that. So if you guys have any ideas, post them down in the comments. I hope you like this video. I think I said that already. And we are going to start off with the Halloween Chatterbox. Are you ready, Whimsy?
I am ready.
Alrighty. I'm going to press that. I'm going to bring up the box, the chat box. It's nearby chat. There we go. It says, what is your favorite kind of Halloween candy?
Oh, I think you know mine.
Oh, I sure do. I know yours is candy corn.
Yep. My favorite is candy corn.
I'm not sure what what my favorite candy for Halloween is. I think it might be the Reese's peanut butter cup ghosts and bats. I think that's my favorite at the moment.
Cool.
Okay, you ready for next question?
I am.
All right. What are your plans for this Halloween?
Probably just staying home and eating candy and watching something Halloweeny on either a movie, Netflix, or YouTube or something. Probably. Just probably what I'll do. Something boring like that.
Just kicking back and relaxing. I think for Halloween, because of COVID and crap, we usually put candy packages together for our neighbors' children, because I think last year they came to our house and trick-or-treated. They're the only kids really that I know in the neighborhood that actually wander around. There's like, I don't know, she has like, I think 6, 7, 8 kids, I don't know, something like that. But yeah, we usually put together packages, so like little bags of candy. And so we'll probably be doing that again this year, and then just handing them out to the neighbor kids. I know that people nowadays, they're doing this trunk or treat where they'll hand out candy, I believe, from their trunks or put it in their trunks for kids. I don't know exactly how it works. I didn't look it up, but that's what I've been hearing is that they're trunk or treating, so that people don't have to come up to your house. I think that's a little extreme. I don't think everybody is sick. I don't, as long as they have their masks on, I think everything will be fine.
That's silly.
My plans are just handing out candy sacks to the kids. Next question is, what is your favorite scary movie and why?
Well, probably my favorite scary movies to watch every year would probably be, they're kind of scary, but they're not really scary. Would be The Conjuring 2, and Poltergeist. That's usually what we watch, and I guess they're like my favorite scary movies. The most scariest movie that I will never watch again is The Exorcist. I won't watch that movie again. But it's not my favorite, it's just what I find to be the scariest movie. So, yeah.
My favorite scary movie? I don't know, because I pretty much laugh at all the movies because it's just like so far out there, especially when you get beyond the first movie and you go into like the second movies, third movies, fourth movies, they get kind of ridiculous. I really don't have a favorite scary one that I can recall. Oh, I think from long ago, I'm going way back because I haven't seen it in years, was The Thing. I think back then when I was young, that was probably the scariest movie for me. And
The
the
Thing?
Scarecrow. The Scarecrow was or is it what? Yeah, it was the Scarecrow. That was kind of scary because I saw it when I was real little, and I saw it when a friend of ours, an older friend, a teenager, was babysitting us one night, and she freaked the crap out of us. We were watching it, and just as it was getting ready for, I think the guy was going to fall into a wood chipper or some kind of combine thing or something, and she like smacked the back of the couch and pretty much made me and my
Oh,
sisters crap ourselves. So
that's not nice.
she laughed pretty hard. I probably peed
I
the
bet.
couch.
I bet.
It was scary for me back then. Nowadays, now that I'm an adult, I see the movies and I'm like, okay, a little jump
Jump
scare here,
scares.
a little jump
Jump
scare here
scares
and there.
scare me.
I had fun back then. Have you had a personal experience with the supernatural?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yep. What was your experience?
Which one?
I know, right?
Okay, well, I guess I'll name one. You know, my bed, my feet faced the doorway, and I just really slept with the door open. Probably not the best idea, but and I would wake up and sometimes I would see shadows in the hallway. Well, one time I woke up middle of the night and I saw a ghostly figure of a young boy wearing glasses, and he was just standing there in the hallway staring at me. And I could actually see him. I wasn't sleeping, I wasn't awake, because I even tried to roll my eyes and look. I tried looking underneath the covers, thinking he would go in. I put my head under the covers, and I looked again. He still was there, standing there, staring at me. He looked like he was dressed around 1800s, maybe. He looked about 12, maybe 13. But yeah, that was pretty scary, and I just slept with my blankets over my head the whole night.
Blankets, they keep the spooks out.
Blankets keep the spooks out. Yes, they do.
The experience I had that really, I've had many, many over the years, but when I was younger, my first, I guess you would say, really encounter with it, a physical spirit, I guess you could say, was when I was real young. I was in my bed, and it was very quiet, very dark. My parents always closed the door, and we couldn't have a light on back then. And I remember looking off. I thought I heard a noise toward my closet, which we were like in a modular home, like a double wide, and the closet doors are like panel. Everything is panel, and the closet doors, one would slide to one side and open, or if you could slide to the other side, they would open. Well, my closet was open. To this day, I do not sleep with my closets open or anything like that.
No, me neither.
Yeah.
They are closed.
Yeah. Because, of course, spooks can't go through doors in my head back then.
Spooks cannot go through doors, and they cannot go through blankets.
Yeah. And I heard a noise in the open closet doorway. And I looked, and there were these two, red glowing eyes. At least that's what my head said it was. And it scared me. It was like an emotion that washed over me of just fear. And I remember screaming out for my parents, and my mother came, turned on the light. There was nothing there. We checked, and I told her what had scared me. And I thought maybe, okay, it must just be in my head. I was just seeing things. So she shut off the light, closed the door, went back to bed. This was, I don't know, probably around midnight or so. And and then I was like, okay, I'm just imagining things. So I went back to bed, sleeping or trying to, just trying to get it off my mind. I was like, okay, I'll just turn the radio on so I'm not thinking about this. I'm just thinking about the music. And I reached over to turn my radio on, and I swear to God, something grabbed my arm. And I screamed, and my parent came back in. There was nothing to be seen. And I really can't even remember the rest of the night. I must have somehow fallen asleep or probably crawled under the blankets going,
Yeah.
it's not there. If I don't see it, it don't see me.
Right? Yeah.
That was my most scary encounter.
That was pretty scary, yeah.
Or shall I say, my very first scary encounter.
Wow. Yeah, that's pretty scary. Jeez, being grabbed like that? Yikes.
Yeah, I'm like, that was too much for me to go, oh, that's, I was just imagining it.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Let's see, if you were a ghost, who would you haunt?
Well, I'd haunt you, bestie.
I'd haunt everybody. I would be the type of ghost that would play, tricks on people. I would be the one that would jump out in front of them, boo, or something, just to watch
the neighbors. I would haunt the mean people next door.
Yeah. People who annoyed you or ticked you off.
I would haunt everybody who used to annoy me, yes.
I would. I'd be on Second Life haunting people. That would be pretty. Maybe I should do that. The Hauntings of Carina.
There you go. The Hauntings of Carina and Whimsy.
Yep. Alright, next question. Oh my. What kind of container did you use as a child to carry your Halloween candy?
Well, mine was a pillowcase, because why? It's light and it holds a lot.
You learned that from Charlie Brown. Just don't have it cut holes in it. Who was
That's
that?
That's my mom said. She goes, here, take this. That'll hold a lot of candy.
Yeah. All I get is rocks. God, what did I have? I had like those plastic jack-o'-lantern.
Plastic pumpkins? Yeah. I had one of those too.
Yeah. That's what I had.
Yeah, but it doesn't hold as much candy, and I want as much candy as I possibly can get. I was a good little girl.
I remember when I was a kid, we used to get lots and lots and lots of candy. I mean, like, overflowing. Overflowing. We used to walk around
so handy.
Through the whole neighborhood. Yeah. It was fun back then. Nowadays, it's just not the same. Yeah. It's not the same. I mean, I'm not saying it's not fun for kids anymore, but I'm just saying it's not the same as it used to be.
No. And then what you do is the very next day, you'll go up and down the streets and you find a bunch of candy that was dropped. Hey man, still in the rock. Mine.
Kids screaming and running from other people. Oh yeah, we had fun. People would decorate up their yards, like majorly. They would. I liked it when you were able to walk up to a house and knock on the door of somebody, elderly couple you knew or something like that, and just the heat from their house washing over you because you were so cold from walking around in your costume and not a jacket. You know,
you can wear a jacket and mess up your costume.
Yeah, I know, right?
We're always freezing our butts off.
It was fun back then. It was fun when you were young.
No, I know.
It was fun when you were young, but as you get older, then the cold starts, like, settling into your bones.
Not only that, they won't give us candy no more.
Yeah, I know. I'd have to get on my knees and pretend.
That's what they would say.
All right, next question is, will you dress up in a costume for Halloween this year? And if so, what will you be?
Well, I was actually going to thinking about dressing up for Halloween just for here, and I was thinking about maybe being a doll, not like an Annabelle doll, but like a doll, you know,
Yeah.
with like a doll. I don't know, like I don't know if I was going.
A broken porcelain doll.
Oh yeah, I was thinking about I could be a broken doll. I could just be a cute stuffed doll, like with braids and a dress with leggings or tights.
Yep.
Probably not going to dress up as anything this year.
Yeah, well, I guess the closest thing I dress up to all year is witch. So I may just, I don't know, find a witch's hat or make one or something and just be a witch, because that's what I basically am all the time.
Yeah, I could just wear my pajamas.
I'm going as a cozy fall sweater. That's what I'm going as.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Might be fun. You never know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but since I won't be going out and I'll probably be watching movies or something or whatever, unless we find something to do. What is your all-time favorite Halloween memory?
I have a few. I have a few favorite Halloween memories. Maybe it would be when we had a yard, a backyard that goes to the bike trail in the riverbed when people can ride back and forth on their bikes and see into your backyard.
Uh-huh.
And one year I dressed up as, I know it's weird, but I dressed up as Death. I had a black cloak on, I had boots, my face was made up like a skeleton, and I had a sickle, I guess that's what they call it. Uh-huh. And then my brother and I had made graveyards in the backyard, so we had like little graves back there, and people walk by and I'd be like staring at them, freaking them out.
Death carried a scythe.
Huh?
Death carried a scythe, not a sickle, but a scythe.
Oh, I'm sorry, a scythe, not a sickle. Unless it was a popsicle and it was hot, but...
Yeah. My favorite Halloween memory was when I was young and I would trick-or-treat to this elderly couple's house, and they would hand out candied apples that they made themselves. Very delicious back then, so...
I really had nothing like that, because we couldn't eat nothing that was open.
Just running down. Yeah, we lived in a rural area on dirt roads and that stuff, with a bunch of other families out there, so I guess my favorite part would be just that we were allowed to walk around by ourselves out at night, a little bit of freedom and running around.
I never had a parent go with me. I went with my brother, or I went with my friends. And they trusted me, so, which is probably not a good idea, but they trusted me.
Yep.
It was different, back then and now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, majorly. A lot of things have changed since I was, we were young. Okay.
Yeah, young still, silly.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
That's a long one.
In Mexico and parts of Latin America, El Dia de Muertos, Day of the Dead, is celebrated during the 2 days after Halloween. During this holiday, families decorate the graves of their deceased loved ones. How would you want your grave decorated?
I don't know, maybe I guess like a lot of, it's like bright and cheerful, like flowers. I probably like those lights, like the string lights. make it look festive, make it look pretty, put some candles. I don't want to be all depressing and stuff, Yeah, just make it cheerful. Make it cheery.
Yeah, oh geez. How would I want it decorated? I think that I would want my grave to be decorated probably with black candles, black roses. I like black roses or purple roses. Pretty much the same thing.
You mean like goth?
I don't know. I would want my
More
passing
like
over.
goth looking.
I would want my passing over to be like more of a happy occasion because you're moving on to another part of life, and I don't know actually. Just black roses, black candles. That sounds good to me.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I know Mexico does have a really big Day of the Dead. They lay out plates of food for their deceased ones. They celebrate their life. They don't want to, they don't ever want to forget their ancestors. So,
no. Supposedly if you forget your ancestor, they cease to exist, but I don't know.
I don't know about that. Might be a thought, but I don't know about that. Next question is, what is your favorite Halloween tradition?
Watching Halloween movies. I like to do that for the whole month of October. Anything that has to do with, it doesn't have to be scary, it just has to be anything that's cute, but anything that has to do with, fall or Halloween or anything like that. That's my favorite Halloween tradition is sometimes we watch the same movies year after year.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, one of our Halloween traditions is watching Charlie Brown's Halloween.
Yep. Every year.
Hocus Pocus. Just a lot of different. Goodness, I can't even remember all the different movies we watched. Year after year, we do like the 18 days of Halloween. We do that. Goodness, I think that's about all we really do as a tradition for Halloween. I don't have any little kids anymore, so no trick-or-treating that way, So I live a distance from my grandchild, so I really don't get to spend time with her around Halloween. So yeah, just movies and snacking. And
Halloween cookies.
Yeah, waiting for kids to come to the door.
Eating Halloween candy. Eating Halloween cookies.
I don't know. I don't make any Halloween cookies. I know you do. Yep. That's about it though. Yeah, we just sit, watch movies, and wait for the kids to come if they do. As a child, did you save your Halloween candy and slowly consume it over weeks, or did you eat it all as quickly as possible?
I try to save it and slowly consume it over weeks. My goal is always to try to save my Halloween candy until Christmas. Didn't always work, but that was my goal. I tried to save it until Christmas time, but yeah.
Yeah, I would have liked to have eaten mine like right then and there, but we were only allowed a certain, like a few candy bars or a few treats, and then our stuff was stuck up, and we were up in a cupboard, and we were, given some throughout the next few weeks. So yeah, I probably, if it was up to me, I probably would have consumed it all right in one sitting.
Yeah, you do that, you get sick.
Yeah. Well, I was a kid, so right now what we do for Halloween right now is just create different types of snacks. So we just kind of snack with popcorn and candy, like M&Ms while we were watching movies. What would you do if you saw a ghost?
Freak out.
Which time?
I just.
Which time? I'm not sure which time.
I don't know. I've seen a ghost before, and I hope I never see one again.
I see ghosts. I've seen ghosts since I was quite young and throughout my life. Sometimes they scare me only because they pop in unexpectedly, you know.
What do you want them to call you?
I'm coming on over. Better be ready. Don't worry about opening the door. I'll just come right on through it.
I'll just ooze right the doorway, no problem.
But yeah, I don't. They don't really freak me out that much. You know, I usually can sense when they're present or around. So
with me, I don't see ghosts. I only saw one ghost, I think, in my life. I think, but I have seen shadow people, and they're the ones I don't like at all. I don't like the shadows.
yeah,
I don't know if they're considered ghosts or what they are considered, but
there's a lot of lore behind shadow people. There are a lot of different stories of being good, bad, whatever. You know, I've seen a few in my lifetime. I think, like a dark shadow in a dark room. So I really can't say, you know, what it is, but I never felt any real fear around them either. I don't know if I just have a different view looking at spirits than some people do, or what, but I don't know. None of them have shadow type looking people or figures have ever really, to my knowledge, done any harm to me.
they don't do anything. They just stand there.
Yeah. The one thing that when I was young, the one thing that with the red eyes, I pictured in my head as being a negative energy, what people would probably call a demon, but it was to me like a negative energy, so it made me scared back then, frightened kind of. Only because it touched me. You know, I mean, it frightened me when it frightened me when I first saw it, but it frightened me more when it touched me. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, I saw ghosts, and what would I do? And I don't really do much of anything. Just kind of, sometimes in my head, I will, you know, say, you know, is there something you want? Or sometimes I talk out loud to it. But what would I do? I don't get scared of them, you know, like terrified or anything, because I don't see them as being something that would harm me. The ones I see recently, within the last few years. It's hard to explain sometimes because each and every one of them is different. You know, it's not all the same, you know, repetition with every spirit you think you feel or vision you see. Next question is, have you ever used a Ouija board?
No, yes, I have.
I have too. Nothing
Yes,
really
I
came
have.
of it. No.
Huh?
I said nothing ever really came of it. There was no like spirit that was following me. You know, my earth didn't come shattering into like Amityville horror. You know, nothing like that. It was nothing really.
I remember I had found it. It was in my brother's closet, and to me, my brother's closet was magic because it had a bunch of all these toys in it, and it had all these weird things in it. So when I was big enough to explore, I would explore his closet, and I found the Ouija board, and I tried messing with it, and I tried making it, you know, pretend like it was moving and stuff, but I mean, as far as I know, nothing happened because of it. But what do I know? I grew up in a haunted house, so I don't know if it was haunted before we even got it, or if it was haunted because of it, or it was doesn't really matter. But nothing really like in the YouTube videos, nothing like that.
Horror movies put a lot of things into people's head about much of the supernatural or the tools that witches use, or it's just a lot of it's in the head. but
but I still won't use one today.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna mess with it. I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna mess with it because knowing me, I'll probably like waiting for something.
Scare yourself to death with it.
Yeah, I probably would.
I have a little Ouija board that actually you had made me.
Oh yeah.
And I just, I bring it out and I'm like, oh, that's kind of cute, but I never really play with it, because one, I'm afraid I'll break it because it's so small. It's a teeny, tiny pocket size. But yeah, it doesn't scare me at all because I think it's all what you believe in. I think that's most of what comes through to people, that it's all what you believe in.
Here's the thing, okay? We do have the power to manifest things. So if you dwell on something and you think about something long enough, you're gonna end up seeing it because our minds are pretty powerful, and we can play. Our mind can play tricks on us, and that's why we get freaked out sometimes when we watch scary movies because our mind's thinking it's this and thinking it's that. So we do have the power to manifest a certain creature if we keep thinking on it. So yeah, don't think on it, and you'll be fine.
Yep. If it scares you, don't fart around with it, because you're just gonna manifest things in your own head and world and life. And so, if someone you love turned into a flesh-eating zombie, would you be able to kill him or her? What if your own life depended upon it?
Well, I think it depends. If it's a kid, like if it's my kid, that'd be really, really hard. If it's like a boyfriend, a girlfriend, a spouse, I think it'd be much easier. I just saying. It'd be much easier to kill it. But when it's your own kid, I think that would be harder, But then it's not them anymore, so why would you care?
I think that if it was a family member, yeah, definitely hard. I would probably try to escape before trying to, kill them. I would try to run away and leave it up to somebody else. But if they were physically attacking me and I had no choice,
you would have to.
That would be something that could only be known at the moment,
Yeah.
If it was a neighbor or somebody I didn't know, yeah, I'd be like fighting to death. Yes, fighting them. I would kill them in a minute. I have no questions asked.
No questions asked.
Yeah, and if it was a close friend, that would be very hard. That would have to be like in the moment. I don't
know. Yeah, I'd have to put you out of your misery.
Shoot you like a horse with a broken leg.
Yeah, I just have to put you out of your misery. Sorry. I love you and all, but, if you're trying to eat me, I'm just going to have to kill you. Sorry.
I'll love you when we meet again in heaven. Or hell, whichever the case may be. Alright. What was your greatest childhood fear? Well, I know yours.
Do you? As a child, I think mine would be afraid of the dark. My greatest fear is the dark. Being like waking up in the middle of the night and all the lights be off and everyone went to bed and left me in the front room all by myself. Yeah. I hated that. I used to be so mean. It's like I was just a little kid,
Yeah, mine would be afraid of the dark. Small dark spaces, like claustrophobia, because I think that fear came when I did watch a horror movie where somebody was buried alive in a coffin. That's a fear of
Oh.
mine. That's a fear of mine when I was a child, and I think heights. That's about it.
Well, you know what's funny is I didn't have the fear of heights until I fell when I was 9, and then after that I had a fear of heights because I guess because I'm afraid of falling.
I fell out of a hayloft at age 3 or 4. I think it was 4. I fell out of a hayloft and did some serious damage to myself. That I think started my fear of heights. Let's see. What else we got going on? What would you say to the old lady who gives you a toothbrush instead of candy while you're trick-or-treating? What would you say? What would I say to her?
Thank you. Thanks, lady. Thanks.
Yeah, thanks a lot. I would thank her. I would thank her, but I think I would be disappointed because you're looking for snacks, the candy and that stuff when you're young. That's all you really think about is, ooh, what candy am I gonna get? You're not going. But yeah, if somebody.
And then you're like thinking, well, I don't know whose house is getting toilet paper tonight.
I'd probably try to pawn it off for a candy bar with my best friend or something. It's a really cool toothbrush. Come on. Can I have a piece of candy for this toothbrush?
What about the people that give you what about people who give you money or stickers or coupons?
When I was a kid, I liked the stickers. Back then, I knew that money, more money you buy things with, because I learned that from my parents. So if they give you a nickel, you're like, what am I going to do with this?
Yeah, I know. Wow, pennies, nickels, dimes, gee, thanks. What am I supposed to do with this shit? I can't eat it.
Give me a $5 bill, please.
I want some candy. I don't want money. Because when you're a kid, what's money? I don't want money. Give me some candy.
Yeah, it usually went into my piggy bank. That's where it stayed for I don't know how long. Cobwebs and dust were gathering. Do you decorate your home for Halloween?
Of course. Well, kind of, sort of. Yeah, I mean, I think I decorated more for Halloween in years past. This year I haven't really done much because it's been so hot that I haven't really been in the mood to decorate for Halloween, I guess. But usually I do decorate for Halloween.
And I usually kind of use Halloween. I usually kind of use Halloween decorations throughout the year because I'm an eclectic witch, so I kind of have Halloween decor year round.
I used to. I used to have Halloween decor all year round, but I don't have nothing. We took it down because a lot of it got old and dirty and dusty, and we just got rid of it.
Yeah, I haven't really decorated. Oh, excuse me, I burped. I really haven't decorated for Halloween. Fall, though, I have done a lot of decorations for fall. And I think it just blends in. So what we do, because out in Arizona we get some really weird looking creatures, shall we say, like whip scorpions, centipedes, beetles, just different bees and stuff. So we kind of collect them in jars and kind of stick them out as Halloween decoration. Creepy. Other than that, yeah, we just kind of bring out a few Halloween things, pretty much like the day of Halloween. Your date tells you that he or she is a witch. How do you react? How do you react?
I'd be like, really? Cool. That's cool. Because so am I. Ooh, spooky, 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 spooky.
It wouldn't bother me at all. Obviously.
I'll be like, well, yeah, that's why we're together. Duh. No, I'd be like, so that's, it's cool.
Mm-hmm. It doesn't bother me any at all, really, because I just have certain issues with certain witches, but not, anything major. If they told me they were a witch, it's like, okay, whatever.
Last one?
Yeah. Next question is, do you believe some people can communicate with the dead?
Yes and no. I believe that some people probably do have the ability to communicate, but I don't believe that everybody who says it they can actually can.
Yeah.
So it would really depend. Like if they're asking for money,
yeah,
I would think a scam. But I think that it's possible.
Turn it on.
If it's possible, I mean, if they can, that's cool.
I think anybody could communicate with ghosts or spirits or the dead. Anybody can, but they have to be open to it. It just doesn't it's not something that can just
I think that if you're going to do that, I think you have to be very careful and you really have to know what you're doing. I don't think that just because anybody can doesn't mean that everybody should.
Yeah, I know.
Because you don't really know what you're communicating with. So, I mean, I'm talking about the people who just automatically do, like, say they were born with a gift. Like, like you can see them, right? So you're born with this gift. But I think that people like that probably can. Obviously, there's a lot of ghost hunters out there who try to, but I don't think they should.
Yeah, that's very true. For one, you shouldn't fart around with energies that you are not familiar with. I'm on the other hand, I do kind of communicate in a certain way with spirits, and but I don't really like I don't go into a seance and summon them, I don't bring them to me, they come to me. I think it's all, like I said, what you believe in, what you get out of it. But yeah, not everybody should tinker with what energies may be out there that they don't understand about. Let's put it that way. No, I don't even know what the question was now. Do I believe some people can? Yes, I believe some people can communicate with the dead. Anywho, what is the most impressive Halloween costume you have ever seen? My most impressive Halloween costume? Most impressive Halloween costume. Damn. I don't know, because so many people right now, they do a lot of impressive I wouldn't say costumes, really. It's just how they dress. If you ever see Samhain, Samhain, he dresses all the time like he's dressed for Halloween.
Yeah, but it's not really a costume.
Yeah,
I've seen creative
Mm.
costumes, but I guess the main thing that's been really impressed me. Like, damn.
Yeah, like, damn, that's really good. I haven't really seen that.
I don't know.
Yeah, I've seen a lot that I like, but not anything that's like really blowing my socks off.
Yep.
How old is too old to trick or treat?
I think that for me, it's not your age. I think it's your height. For me personally, I mean, if I this really short girl, if I'm like really, really short, I would still go trick-or-treating. I would just wear, like a ghost, or I would wear a costume where you couldn't really see that I'm an adult, And yeah, I would still go. I mean, I say go as long as you want. Who cares? I've seen women that take their dogs trick-or-treating, so... I don't care.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, if you want candy, fine.
I give out candy to adults even, it's like, I don't think there's any age that should be, cut off from candy and treats and tricks and all that stuff. I don't think you can ever get too old.
Yeah, they may just say things like, aren't you a little too old for trick-or-treating? And you just say, no.
Not me.
I'm just big for my age.
Have you ever played a Halloween prank on someone?
Yes. Yes, I did.
I don't think I ever have.
It backfired. I played a Halloween trick on somebody and it backfired. And the reason why I say that is because I used to work at this it was like a flow supply store, and upstairs, and they had all kinds of, different things there besides just flow. They had decorations and things, it was a seasonal store. And upstairs was the employees' bathroom, but also, one side for boys and a side for girls, and each one had, I think, like 3 stalls each. And upstairs was also the storage, like a lot where you need to store stuff. And there was a werewolf. It was like a figure, I guess. And it was a almost life-size figure of a werewolf. So I thought it'd be funny to put in the boys' bathroom. I thought that'd be hilarious. So, when they would use the bathroom, they would get scared. So I would hang it in one of the boys' stall in the bathroom. And I didn't think about it, I forgot about it. And then I think before I was going to go home, I went to the bathroom before I left, and I totally forgot about it. It just so happened, I opened the stall to one of the girls' bathroom, and there it was. Someone had found in the boys' room, probably one of the guys found it, and said, oh, the girl did it. Stuck it in the girls' bathroom stalls, and I happened to pick that same stall. So I got spooked by my own prank. Yeah, that was
pretty bad, huh?
Yeah, that happens to me. That's why I don't play pranks on people, because knowing my law, I gotta come back and bite you in the butt.
Our next question is vampires or zombies?
Vampires. So what though?
I think I like vampires more than zombies, just because of the display of passion they have. Some can be extremely, attack. Yeah, well, they can. Some can be like very attacking. They can attack you. You're nothing to them. Others, they lure you with their sexuality. They have the power to seduce you. Plus they portray them now as very handsome men and beautiful women. So I like the lure of vampirism. So yeah, I choose vampires over zombies. Zombies, you just gotta kill them because they're dead. They just want to take your brains and eat them. That's so sexy. Eat my brains up, baby. God. How do you celebrate Halloween?
Didn't we have that question?
No, I don't think so. This is question number 24, so.
Right now, this year, I'm just going to stay home.
Yeah.
Watch movies. Eat candy.
I really don't celebrate Halloween all that much. it is the witch's new year, Samhain, I do a ritual, either a small private one, or I could go into more depth of journaling and meditation and stuff. But yeah, I do a ritual, and this year I probably will go outside to watch the full moon.
I was going to say that this year I'm going to film the full moon because it's the only time that I remember ever there was a full moon on Halloween. So this is going to be a very special full moon. I love the full moon. I take pictures, ask Carina, I take pictures of the full moon, I film the full moon. This particular full moon is going to be very special for me because it does fall on Halloween. So that's probably the only tradition. And that's probably the only thing I'm going to celebrate Halloween this year.
Yeah, I think the full moon lands on Halloween every 11 or 18 or 20 years, something like that. It's not like a very often thing. And this year we had 2 full moons in October, the 1st and the 31st. So it's very special, I love full moons. I love full moon rituals, and so I probably will go out and just stare at the moon for a while and throw out some wishes out there and some gratitude and all kinds of stuff.
And become moonstruck.
Yeah. Next question is, do you think ghost hunting programs on television are real or fake?
My personal opinion is this. There is a lot, I don't know about TV, but on YouTube there is a lot of videos. And what I've noticed, and this is on Luke's top 5 is on YouTube. What I've noticed is in some of the videos, before something happens, you see an orb flying around. And people don't mention them, they don't talk about the orbs, but it's hard to fake that. So I would say there's really about maybe 50% what you see is real, 50% what you see is fake. All I know is this, that the professional ghost hunters have a really hard time capturing anything on film. If you notice that.
Yeah. You never really see much of anything, but I think yeah, go ahead, sorry.
No, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say I think most of them are fake. They're dramatized, they're jump scares, I laugh at them really
especially if
because of how they act and how they talk, and I'm sure they think that they are real, any little bump or any door closing, or I think a lot of it is staged, because a lot of it you see like a door will slam and then they show the door, or they're never looking at anything when it happens.
Yeah, it's some are obviously mostly are fake, but there is going to be some that are real. But it's hard to know what's real, especially if they have a whole channel that's nothing but this stuff.
And they never show anything.
Like I said, professionals have a really hard time capturing anything. Why would amateurs be able to capture it? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, I believe in ghosts and that stuff, but I've never really had any that will slam a door, per se. I have had some where, this one incident happened where me and my son were in the living room. Our kitchen we can see into, and we were watching TV, and all of a sudden we heard this smash of pots and pans hitting the floor right in our kitchen. And we looked, and my son actually even got up and went into the kitchen because he thought maybe the cat had knocked something down or something had fallen, and there was nothing. It wasn't downstairs. It was right in our kitchen, right,
Yeah.
not but, 5, 7 feet away from us.
Yeah.
And I've had an incident where my puppy had passed away, and I was thinking of my father who had passed away, and I had the collar to my puppy that has a bell on it, kind of like you wear, like kitties wear. There's a bell on their collar, and it was sitting on the end table by my couch, and it went flying across the room, hit next to my dad's picture on the wall, and slid behind my TV center. I didn't know what it was at first. I was like, what the hell was that? I thought maybe there was a bug, a large bug. But when I went and investigated, I found the dog's collar behind there. And it was the only thing behind there. So, yeah. That was
Yeah.
another incident. There was another time that me and my sister were in my living room. Also can see my dining room from the living room, and always I saw out of the corner of my eye, as did she, something fly into the kitchen or into the dining room and hit the wall. Sounded like somebody had thrown a quarter or something, like it went smack. But there was nothing there. Would you let your children trick or treat without adult supervision?
No.
Not nowadays, I wouldn't know.
It's funny because I trick or treated my whole life without adult supervision,
Mm-hmm.
but I will never let my kid go trick or treating by themselves. Isn't that weird?
Mm-hmm.
Just what it is.
Yeah. I nowadays I couldn't do it. I
No.
wouldn't because there's just too many people out there that have lost their mind. And I know COVID has made a lot of people really lost their mind. So yeah, no, I wouldn't let my kids go out these days now. When in your life have you been the most scared? Well, I already mentioned that. That was when my arm was grabbed. So that's the most scared I've ever been. Also, when I lived in Minneapolis, in a house, and a gang moved across the street into a home, and there were shootings all the time, and I always worried about, well, I almost got killed. um, and I always worried about my children getting caught in the crossfire of people. I've watched people get ran into on the back of a motorcycle. Um, a gang member ran into the back of their motorcycle, and they flew off the bike, a man and a woman. So I had to call 911 on that.
That's a toughie. The most. I can name a few times. But probably one of the times was when I had seen like a really scary looking face up in the corner of my bedroom.
That would be scary.
That was really, really scary because I really want to sleep while I was awake.
Hmm.
So yeah, you only have to put the cover over your head to hope that it goes away. Kind of things.
Oops. Yeah.
That's just one of them. I'll just name that one. There's a few times, but I'll just name that one.
Okay, we'll stop at number 30, and
Okay.
so let's see. Next question is, what is the best part of Halloween?
The candy.
Yeah, really. That's what I was going to say. The candy. Hello. Next question is, would you rather spend the night in a cemetery or in the abandoned mental hospital?
Oh boy. Alone?
Doesn't say.
Oh boy. Which one would I want to spend the night in?
Yeah. A cemetery or the abandoned asylum?
Neither?
I would say the cemetery because it's easier to be able to run
Okay.
and escape.
How about in the cemetery in my car with the doors locked? Yeah. Yeah. That'll work. I am not going to go into no abandonment sign. Nope, 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 nope.
I would hope the cemetery didn't have as many crazy people.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I
I
would
know.
say cemetery.
Yeah,
Easier to
definitely.
escape.
Yep,
Number
exactly.
number 30. The last question we're going to have is, do you believe in witchcraft and magic?
Well, yeah, of course.
I
Of
believe in it,
course.
obviously.
Yeah, obviously. Yep, obviously, of course, yes. Yep. Most stuff. I believe in almost. I believe in pretty much everything. If it's believable enough, yeah, I do. I mean, I believe in aliens and
Yeah.
yeah, all that's good stuff. So yep,
Yep, I believe in magic.
yep.
I just can't sing. All right, that's going to be our last question. Thank you for joining me and Whimsy on this little questionnaire. Um, maybe we can do it again sometime. Maybe not
Yeah,
with
it's
the
fun.
Halloween one, but a different one. So I will see you guys in my next video, which hopefully will be coming before or around Halloween. Thanks for joining us, guys. Bye
Bye bye.
bye.